In 1982, as part of a civilian program, long-term orbital station, the Soviet station Salyut-7 was launched into orbit. This was the last station of this series. Technological processes were carried out on it in zero-gravity conditions, scientific, medical, and biological research. This mission is notable for the fact that its astronauts encountered an inexplicable phenomenon. And what happened? Top secret. Although American astronauts also observed this phenomenon, Salyut-7 has become a more modernized version. All previous stations of the fireworks family, already named scientific equipment, was added. Biotechnological installation Tavria, installation of crystal with electric peaks Magum EF and Courant, X-ray telescope RT4M, French photographic equipment Pyramic, studying extraterrestrial space. Salyut-7 was supposed to work for 5 years, and guaranteed to be completed. 5 expeditions to the word. The station existed much longer. Until 1991. She has completed 6 major expeditions and 5 visiting expeditions. In 1980, the 4th year, the Soyuz T-10 docked with Salyut-7 manned spacecraft, which was led by Leonid Kizin. His team included, and a couple of guards in the person of the research astronaut, Oleg Ochkov, and flight engineer Vladimir Solovyov. They were joined by new arrivals Vladimir Jonabekov, Igor Volkov, Svetlana Savedskaya. They all witnessed the event, information about which was subsequently classified. It was the 155th day of the flight when Kizim transmitted a message to Earth, which became one of the most unusual in the history of space exploration. The commander reported to the Flight Control Center that an orange cloud appeared on their path, of unknown origin. When the station entered it, orange glow like gas leaked inside. The light enveloped each astronaut and blinded them for a second. When all the members of the station regained their sight, they were surprised. They hurried to look out the portholes to see that, which would explain the reason for what happened to them. In outer space, they saw 7 giant figures, which the consciousness of all eyewitnesses immediately identified. How angels later Kizim and his team remembered that the creatures noticed that they are looked at, turned around with shining smiles on their faces, but not in greeting, in expression of joy and delight. The cosmonauts emphasized that people don't smile like that. The orange cloud with the angels hung for 10 minutes, then disappeared without a trace. After the incident, doctors examined the crew members. However, no deviations were found. At that time, it was forbidden to make such miracles public. Therefore, upon the crew members' report, Salyut-7, they immediately put the bar on top secret. Although where if not in outer space? To have all sorts of strange events happen. There are plenty of phenomena there, which science cannot provide a logical explanation. Vladislav Volkov, by his own admission, once it seemed to me that he hears the barking of a husky dog, once perished in orbit. He also heard someone's voices and a child's crying. George told Buckwheat that somehow flying over the Cape, the Horn is famous for that in the past an incredible number of ships have crashed against it. He was overcome by an incomprehensible feeling of danger, which he got rid of with difficulty. And other astronauts too, including Yuri Gagarin, mentioned that while in orbit, heard music, reminiscent of an electronic. Experts have drawn attention to all these unusual effects, thanks to cosmonaut test pilot Sergei Krechevsky, who called them Solaris effects. Easter cake for Roman at Stanislaw Lem's. This effect was felt by ourselves, perhaps the overwhelming majority of astronauts. When in orbit they transformed into others. Entities are the only phenomenon which scientists were able to explain. So these are flashes in the eyes, which cosmonaut Valentin Lebedev wrote about in his memoirs. This phenomenon is specifically related to the fact that fly through the eyeball. High-energy cosmic particles. Sphere.